Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This channel is dedicated to keeping you updated on everything CBD, THC, hemp, whatever. There's a lot of information out there, a lot of bad information, a lot of good information, and I'm just kind of here as a middleman to get you guys some good information on CBD and how it helps people, because it helps people every day. It helps millions of people, and definitely want to make sure that uh, everyone knows what good it can do. Now, this article here is the ultimate guide to CBD and seniors for insomnia. Now, I have a lot of customers come in asking to relieve their insomnia. Some people can't sleep. Some people want to have some people wake up during their sleep a lot, and a lot of older people uh, use it, and they say that they can get through the night for the first time in months or years or whatever. So I know that CBD helps for insomnia. As far as tests and actual clinical trials go, there are definitely a lot of studies out there, a lot of scientists doing studies on this exact thing. So this article just came out yesterday, so it's fairly new news. I didn't read the whole thing, but I could see that the information was good enough, and we can kind of go over it together. Let's see here. Now, let's see. Does it seem like it's harder and harder to sleep as you get older? Your insomnia is not in your mind. According to the National Sleep Foundation, sleep patterns naturally change as we age. While it may be harder to fall asleep and stay asleep as you get older, your sleep requirements remain constant, which is funny, actually. Unfortunately, chronic insomnia can lead to major health issues because your body and mind require sleep to be healthy. Love sleep. Sleep is like my favorite thing in the world, so definitely agree with that. Many older adults are not satisfied with their sleep quality because of poor sleep at night. They feel fatigued during the day. Previous studies on sleep habits show that older Americans often require more time to fall asleep and wake up more often during the night. In addition, they have a general decline in active dreaming or REM sleep. All of these reasons mean that you are more likely to develop a sleep disorder as you become older. So it's interesting. So the older you get, the harder it is to sleep, which we can bring CBD to supplement some of the receptors that your endocannabinoid system is receiving, which is great. The National Sleep Foundation took a poll that found that 44% of older adults experienced one or more instances of insomnia. So almost half of older adults experience insomnia. That's crazy. On 2 or more nights of the week. Wow. Obviously, it's important to talk to your doctor if you are experiencing insomnia because your sleep problems could be linked to a physical condition, medication, or mental disorder. If you have already checked for other conditions and reduce your caffeine intake, there are still options that can help. Cannabinoid, CBD could help with your insomnia. Yes, definitely. This talks about what is CBD. Most everybody knows what CBD is, but I can go over this real quick. Tetrahydrocannabinol, THC, is the most famous part of the cannabinoid system, but it's not the only cannabinoid found in cannabis. There have been at least 113 cannabinoids identified in cannabis. Scientists believe that each cannabinoid is responsible for different effects, but they still do not know what each cannabinoid can actually do. So that's where the tests and the trials come into play. We're still working on making sure that we can definitively say that certain cannabinoids are linked to helping certain things in the body. While THC is the compound that gets you high, CBD does not cause any high or euphoria at all. Instead, CBD helps with things like pain, stress, and anxiety. Every kind of cannabis makes cannabinoids, which means that hemp still creates cannabinoids like CBD. Unlike other strains of cannabis, hemp does not contain THC and psychoactive compounds. These cannabinoids are made to work exclusively with the cannabinoid system found in the human body. Your brain has CB1 and CB2 receptors that are made for working with cannabinoids. This is why cannabis causes immune and psychoactive responses in the body. Thanks to new developments in cannabis production and consumption in the last decade, it is now possible to ingest methods like vaporization and edibles. This has also made it easier for patients to get consistent doses of CBD instead of trying to guess how much CBD is in a joint. Yeah, so when you have loose flower, you can put as much in a joint or a bowl or whatever, and you don't really know how much you're taking, which kind of takes away from the regimen aspect of it. So you don't know exactly how much you're putting in your body. So with the use of tinctures and smoking and ingestibles, you can now kind of regimen and put exact amounts into your body so that you can either scale up or scale down depending on how you're feeling. So with the technology and the extraction technology that we have now, it makes CBD much more accessible and easier to use, which is great for the consumer. Now, let's see, where was I? This is maybe for consistent. Yeah. So researchers are still working to figure out exactly what CBD does for different conditions, but previous prohibition on cannabis means that many of these trials are still underway. Anecdotally, many people have reported using CBD to treat conditions like arthritis, cancer, epilepsy, anxiety, and chronic pain. Yes, those are definitely the top 5 things that people come into the store for. Now, as a company, we can't say that they directly treat these conditions because they're not FDA approved. We can't definitively say that yes, your CBD will treat conditions like arthritis. It can help. It has the ability to react to your endocannabinoid system and your CB1 and CB2 receptors. So you can, so it's hard to say definitively that CBD does help treat, but with all of the anecdotal evidence and people who come in and use the product and say and tell me the results, I mean, there's enough evidence in my mind that we can use CBD to definitely treat many of these conditions. So there is a growing interest in therapeutic effects of CBD, so new trials are underway to find out how CBD can benefit the human body and treat various conditions. In total, there are about 150 trials going on around the world that involve CBD. Currently, researchers are looking at the way CBD can treat alcoholism, schizophrenia, skin conditions, autism, and other conditions. The research shows that CBD may cause an antipsychotic effect in people who have schizophrenia, as well as regulate aggression and anxiety. The FDA has also approved a drug called Epidiolex for treatment of a rare type of epilepsy. And that was actually a company called Charlotte's Web. They had that little girl who had all of those conditions, and they used her pretty much as a case study for the CBD to treat the epilepsy. And that's kind of what led to the FDA approving that drug to treat that epilepsy. So thank you, Charlotte's Web, for paving that way. A lot of CBD companies are definitely paving the way. CBD companies like SunMed, they do a dual extraction CO2 extraction method, which is the highest efficiency of extraction. They use less environmental hazards, and it's just the most efficient way to extract the CBD so that you can make sure that you can take all of the THC out of it if you need to, like the broad spectrum supplements. So definitely, as years go on, the better the technology, the better we can, just the better it will be. All right, so let's see. So does CBD treat insomnia? In order to figure out if CBD will help you sleep, you also need to figure out the causes of your insomnia. So yeah, definitely go see your doctor, see if there are any other underlying conditions or medications that you're taking or other things that aren't, or that will probably directly affect your sleep patterns. And if it isn't any of those things, we can definitely use CBD as a supplement to help with your sleep. So sleep problems can happen because of drinking excessive caffeine. Duh. Caffeine is so bad for you. I hate caffeine. Or physical conditions like chronic pain. Environmental factors like an uncomfortable bed. That's pretty funny. Bright lights or loud noises can make falling asleep difficult. Mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD can also lead to insomnia. Unfortunately, the medications you take to treat these conditions can also cause a case of severe insomnia. Yeah, so there's a lot of different factors that cause insomnia. I actually have a lot of veterans coming, so we do a 20% veterans discount that come in with PTSD, anxiety, depression, all of that stuff, and CBD has saved their life. And that's not my words, those are their words. So definitely helps with some conditions, and it doesn't work for everybody, but it works for most people. So that's kind of the takeaway from that. Now, CBD can help treat insomnia caused by some of these conditions, and it is primarily useful for treating insomnia that is caused by external factors. Since CBD can alleviate ailments like chronic pain and anxiety, it may also be helpful for treating insomnia caused by these conditions. If your insomnia is caused by external factors or medical conditions, CBD may help by treating the underlying cause of your sleeplessness. In 2019, researchers found that CBD could effectively reduce anxiety levels and improve sleep quality. The study looked at 72 different patients. Out of this number, 47 patients had anxiety. The other 25 patients suffered from poor sleep. Each subject took 25 milligrams of CBD each day. During just the first month of using CBD, 79.2% of patients enjoyed having lower levels of anxiety. Other 66.7% of patients had a better quality of sleep. So we could see that in this trial, CBD has definitely helped with people's sleeplessness and anxiety. So the more trials, the more tests that we can have access to will definitely be more evidence that CBD helps with this specific insomnia and anxiety and stuff like that. So CBD is also useful if chronic pain keeps you awake at night. Previous studies of CBD show that this drug can help to soothe pain by reducing the amount of pain that you experience. CBD can improve the overall quality of your sleep. In 2015, a small trial of patients with Parkinson's disease also found that CBD alleviated REM, sleep behavior disorder. This disorder is when someone acts out their dreams, and it often leads to a poor quality of sleep. Yeah, so definitely it sounds like someone who's sleepwalking or kind of not being aware and moving around, but they're sleeping, but they're moving around at the same time. That's definitely, CBD can help with that. Now, how you can use CBD for insomnia is many different ways. Obviously, there's capsules, pills, tinctures, vape concentrates, edibles like baked goods and gummy bears, and oils. My recommendation is just to use the CBD oils like this here from SunMed. Basically, this is a broad spectrum CBD oil tincture that you would take under your tongue. You would hold it under there for 30 seconds. You take some in the morning, some at night, and you can definitely feel the effects, calming effects of the CBD. The reason why I like to take tinctures versus edibles and other things is just because the tincture is pretty much the base level of where the edibles and everything comes from. And usually the tinctures last a lot longer. And the only downside is maybe some people don't like to take oils. So if you don't like to take oils, or if you don't like the taste of the oil and you need something that tastes good, edibles, baked goods, gummy bears are definitely a good alternative. But yeah, so this is a pretty good article. It talks about insomnia and how CBD is used to treat insomnia. Like I said, we can't say that CBD is a cure-all for insomnia. However, we have tests like we saw this one here that specifically sees improvements in people's sleep while using CBD. So that's it for this article. I kind of just wanted to go over that little part here. I kind of showed the studies. Like I said, we have plenty of people come into the store and request CBD for insomnia, anxiety, and stuff like that, and it definitely helps with them. So thanks for watching and listening to me. Definitely like, subscribe if you guys have any articles that you want me to read or go over or explain. Definitely down in the comments, just post a link and I'll get to it. But you guys have a good day, okay?